Yeah. So now the session is started and welcome to Power BI. It's a powerful tool, I can say. So that's where the power is added to that BI tool. The Vertipack engine, basically the power is actually come from that backend tool that is called Vertipack engine. Okay. So what is Power BI and what can we do with it? So that's yesterday we discussed these things, but I want to give you something extra. So the basically it will do two things. Okay, three things. Okay, the Power BI is a tool set. It's a tool set. What it is, it's a tool set. Okay, it has please go on mute if you're not really talking, but it will make so you may not see the disturbance, but others people will get the disturbance. So I highly go on mute. If anything, you can chat here, and still I did not answer, then you can just unmute and just speak about it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So this is a tool set basically. It has lot of tools inside, but basically it has two things or three things I can say. One is Power BI desktop. Okay, Power BI desktop and Power BI service. Power BI service and mobile. So mobile is for only end user. We won't basically do anything with mobile, but yeah, we will design the visuals for mobile configuration. But yeah, so if you understand this broadly, you will see only these three things. And but what it will do? It will do again three things. What they are? It will just prepare and clean the data. Prepare and clean the data. Okay, this is one thing, and the other one is visualizations. Okay, visualization. So I may not just type like this, but yeah, so three things will be visualizations and collaboration and sharing. So this is a third one. So these three things we can do in the Power BI. So throughout this course, either I do prepare and cleaning data, or in the visualization, or in the collaboration. Collaboration and sharing. What is collaboration? You may ask this question. At any point of time, if you don't know the word meaning, you can ask. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Collaboration means working together to come together to work. Come together to work is called collaboration. And sharing means once the collaborative work is done, we will share that to end user. It's called sharing. So the meaning of the sharing is here that. Okay. So we basically with Power BI will do these three things. Okay. These three things, and Power BI has this three tool sets. Okay. So these three, what is that? Power BI desktop and Power BI service and mobile. The broadly these three tools basically. Okay. Now let's understand what is the difference. Okay, sorry. Okay, what is this three basically do? What is the difference between these two basically? Okay, so I'll show you a little bigger. Okay, I'll just let me move this here. Okay, what is the difference between these two? So that matters as the three. Okay, so here this Power BI desktop is this tool, the tool we are going to download now. Okay, so it will work on a Windows machine. Okay, it will just work on a Windows machine. What is Windows? Windows is an operating system. Okay, just like this, the start button, everything you see, right? So this is called a Windows machine. Okay, so on top of that machine, we need to install this Power BI desktop. So this one, I will tell you how to download and everything. Okay, let me close all this stuff. That's okay. Don't say. Don't say. That's fine. Okay, So I will tell you how to install on the Windows machine which we are working our laptop. So basically it's only for developer. For what purpose? It's only for developer. It's a developer tool and it's free. It's free. So anybody can download it. Okay, from Microsoft. I will tell you how to download it. Okay, so the only one person will work on this Power BI desktop. Okay, and what he will create on top of that using this. So basically we will create a data set and reports or visuals. Okay, and what you can do, you know, data preparation, all those stuff you can do, but yeah, reports. Okay, you can say reports, not yeah, visuals or reports, both are same. Visuals are reports. Okay, so but what about this? So this is perfectly fine. With the Power BI desktop we will install on the Vision and developer will work. Only the person, you or me, will work on this Power BI desktop. And what else we can do? We will publish this to Power BI service. Okay, publish. Why we need to publish? What is this? Basically it's a SaaS application. It's a cloud application. What is this? It's a cloud application. Somebody is asking question or what? No. Okay, so it's a cloud application. Cloud application, cloud app. Okay, cloud SaaS application. So what is this? Nothing. It's a website. Okay, it's a website. We need to log in. Okay, it's a website. We need to log in. Web application, we can say. Okay, it's a web application, which is a cloud application, whatever you call it. We need to log in there using credentials. I will give you username and password to log into this. I will give you username and password. Okay, there are 4 roles. We will talk that later. But what is this? It's a cloud-based application, and we need to log into that. Okay, why people will log in? It's a collaborator. Here actually only developer will work, but here your manager can see, your admin can see, your team can see everything. Everybody will come here. It's a collaboration. People will log in. The many people will log in here. Many people. Okay, many people will log in just to collaborate. Okay, here the one person, but here the many people. Here is the one person, here the many people. So that's it. Here also you can see data set. Okay, you cannot see directly data set in the desktop, but yeah, it will prepare the data set, and that data set will be available here. But why I am showing this? Because here also you can create reports. Here also you can create reports in the Power BI service. But extra thing is here is like dashboards. Dashboards. Okay, dashboards. So this is the extra thing. You will understand the difference between dashboard and report. Okay, and here we will create an app, mobile app, and that will be the benefit of this. Anywhere they can connect their report and they can see simply anywhere. The main mechanism for this mobile is connect anywhere and see. No, anywhere available for any, and available anywhere. Okay, so these are the 3 main features. Okay, so data set, visuals and reports, basically available in the desktop, and extra you will see dashboards here, and the mobile for apps. So these are the major things. Okay, so I think I am clear what we are going to do. Basically we are going to prepare the data and cleanse the data and visualizations and collaboration and sharing. These are the 3 things we will do throughout these 3. But if you just understand by tools perspective, these are the 3 tools. Okay, Power BI desktop, Power BI service. Okay, inside Power BI desktop also we have some options, but just broadly 3. Okay, just understand 3 works we do, 3 tool sets that are there in the Power BI. Okay, so I am clear with it. If you have any questions, just unmute and speak out. That's perfectly fine. So I'll go and just tell you how to download the tool. Okay, so with your silence, I think somebody's asked question. No. Okay, I think a previous batch, I guess somebody. Okay. Yeah, so it started. Yes. Okay, Yeah, so that's how I will get alert. If somebody is pinging me, I'll just see some alert red icon. So you can just, if you join with Outlook, you can ask that question, something like that. Okay. So this is one important part. Now we are going to see installation and download. What is the difference between download and installation? Maybe it's a silly question, but okay. So download and installation. So download means you are downloading from the Microsoft website. Download, which is there in the app, and you are putting into your desktop, is called download. But what installation? So you have download that file, but if you just double click and expand, it will ask you to run the software on your machine. Okay, after installation only we can work with it. Otherwise, if you download, it's just a file. Okay, now we are going to see like how we can download this Power BI. So let me just close this. uh, Let me open this, maybe. um, yeah, I will work with multiple browsers. Okay, so browser will understand like what we are searching and everything. They are the gateways for our this thing. So here you can search for Power BI download, Power BI desktop download, or anything. Okay, now you will get lot of searches, search results from Google. Okay, so the Power BI Microsoft.com is from Microsoft. Okay, you can just control click so that it will open the next page, or you can click, that's perfectly fine. Okay, now if you just come down and see, you know it will be like that, and you just go to that, what is this, and everything it will give you. But under this products, okay, if it is not big, I can just zoom it. Okay, maybe it's too much big. 125 is enough. Okay, Power BI desktop, this option we need to choose. Click on this. Now you see download for free, and see downloads or language options. I highly recommend choose this option, not this direct option, because it will come up with the app, store app. So but I just recommend you to just do this. Okay, okay, so here it is, you can just click on this download. Okay, and before download you should understand like what is the system requirements, what is the details, which version it is, and when the last version was updated. So 527 means May 27 2021 is the latest software that they have that we are going to download. Okay, the Power BI, the file names are actually two. Okay, we will come to know, and get data, all those things, whatever you can do with the software, it will just tell you high level. And here is a system requirement. Okay, now you see Windows 7, Windows 8.1. So these are all the operating systems. Okay, and we should have a Internet Explorer or 10, about 10. So now Internet Explorer service is actually officially stopped by the Microsoft. Instead you have a Edge. Edge is actually Microsoft browser. It is actually replaced for Internet Explorer. Okay, and this is actually trying to compete with this Chrome. Okay, Chrome is from Google, and Edge is from Microsoft. Mozilla is another company. What is this? Opera is from other company. Brave from other company. These are all browsers. Okay, okay, these are the gateways to internet. Okay, installation instructions, I think nothing to worry, but yeah. So the system requirements, how to check? So just go to start. Okay, and go to this PC. Okay, or computer, search for computer. Okay, or this PC. I think, yeah, computer or computer management. Let's say this PC. Not computer, just only computer. Still I don't see this PC. Okay, this PC. So here you see the properties, or you can just right click and just go to properties. Anything is perfectly fine. Why I am showing, I will tell you why I came here. So it will just tell you what is the device name, what is the processor I am using, i7 6th generation, 2.60 gigahertz speed. Okay, and the installed RAM is 16 GB, and device ID, product ID, that's perfectly fine. But it will just yeah, the most important part we understand is RAM. Okay, and the processor. Okay, so you no need to have this much high-end configuration. because I do a lot of video editing and softwares I run. So that is the reason I went for this. But for you, 8 GB is enough. Okay, 8 GB RAM is enough. 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM is enough, and i3 minimum i3 processor, that's fine. Microsoft is actually not giving any recommendation, but to have a developer perspective, you can start with i3 processor. And storage, I mean, that's fine. Fine with 100 GB or anything, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, if nowadays storage is very cheap because of cloud, we'll talk that later. But 8 GB 8 3 processor, 8 GB RAM. Okay, when I say 8 GB, it's not storage. Okay, so there are RAM, ROM. Okay, this is ROM, this is RAM basically. RAM, random access memory, and ROM means read-only memory. So that may be 100 GB. Is actually cheap. Every laptop, basic laptop, will have 100 GB, but mine is 500 GB HDD, and SSD will be there. HDD or SSD. Okay. So what is HDD? Hard disk drive. Okay, it will be just like a, it will just sound like a fan. Okay, but SSD is just like a, pen drive, or just like in mobile we will put some memory card, right? So that is called SSD, solid state disk. Okay, this is the best and latest one, and this is the older technology. Okay, so that's what this is. I think more than enough to understand about the system configurations. But now, how to download? Let's go and download that. Just click on the download. If you click, you see the 64-bit. So, and we should understand whether our machine is 64-bit or 32-bit. How to know? Where to know? Here, 64-bit or 32-bit. So basically what I'll do like this. See, go to properties, and 16 GB, yeah, 64-bit operating system type. So 64-bit operating system. Okay, 64. So that's the reason we should choose the here 64. This one. Okay, otherwise, if you really don't know whether you are 64-bit or anything, you can choose this. If it is 64-bit, it will install 64-bit, otherwise it will install 32-bit. But we know what is our system type is, so I'm using 64-bit, and you can just click on next. Okay, and yeah, so it will ask to download. Okay, you can download in the downloads folder. Okay, just click save. Okay, and see, it's downloading. It will not take much time. It's an exe file, executable file, so it will not take much time. You can just finish it in 2 minutes or less than a minute, based on your internet speed and machine speed. Okay, so once it's downloaded, we need to say click next, that's it. You will get this Power BI desktop file. And how to get it here? Once you open, just right click and pin to the taskbar. So there is an option called, it's already pinned, but if it's not pinned, it asks to pin. If I unpin, the pin will open up and it will go. Okay, something like that. So if I don't want here, I can just click and unpin. It will just go off. Okay, but I can pin it. So that now it's downloaded. So now let's go and just go to the source, downloads. Okay, where is the download? This download. So now you see, refresh. Okay, still it's not downloaded. Still in the download mode. Now you see here the download is still in progress. That is the reason. If you see dot op download means that is not completely download. It should have only .exe. Okay, sometimes we will close the browser, which will not download properly. So I did not close, still it's downloading, but it's showcasing here. So we should know how to work with browser. We should know how to work with folders. Everything will matters. Okay. So just search for YouTube, search for tips and tricks. You will get a lot of things to work with operating system and work with Excel, Word, PowerPoint. Okay, if you are very new to software industry, I highly recommend do that. but that's perfectly fine if you don't know also, because I know a lot of lecturers, they are coming into industry and they are learning like anything. So now it's 100% complete looks like. I'll go and just do refresh. See, now Power BI desktop setup 64-bit. Somebody was unmute. Are you trying to speak something? I think this. Okay. So this is Power BI desktop. So what you need to do, you need to just right click and do run as an administrator or just to open. So it will run. So I prefer run as an administrator. So just click on that and just do next, next, next. So it's working actually, it's just loading. Yeah, so it will ask you to run yes. Click yes. Okay, then it will open up the wizard. Okay, yeah, this wizard. So English, choose English and do next. It will ask you to location, okay, where to install, and it will ask you to whether you want to shortcut creation and everything. Okay, but mine is actually installed, so I don't think I need to install again. But yeah, if you have any problem and just chat with me, I will tell you how to install. Okay, if you require that kind of help. Okay sir, I'm just making you mute. Okay, you are already mute. Somebody was on mute. Okay, that's fine. It's taking time, but yeah, because see, preparing installation, it's already there. So I don't know if I cancel it, mine will go correct or not, but yeah. So yeah, just click next, next. It will just click and you need to ask terms and conditions, and then it will ask you to install the location, and click next, and it will ask to install. So now the real installation will start. So for me, it's asked to create desktop shortcut, so which will come and stay here. So that's perfectly fine. I don't want anything in the desktop. I want to need a desktop policy. I will maintain the desktop will be very neat. Okay, and so what I'll do, I'll not install click because already installed. So you have to click on this install and then you have to say done. Okay, but I'm canceling it here because it's already done. Yeah, so finish. You have to click that finish. Okay, last after installation. So any questions, any doubts, you can personally chat with me for installation purpose. Okay, and okay, so that is one thing. And what next? What next? Open this. Okay, so once you open, how this looks like and what we are going to do. So I am going to showcase one report with one data source today. That is an agenda. So what you've learned today, what is Power BI? It's a BI tool, but what we can do with it and what are the tool component high level. Okay, these three parts we have covered so far, and I've also shown you what is the installations exe file and how to download the machine configuration and everything also we discussed. And now I'm going to work with it. Okay, with a sample report I will create. I will get the data and I will get it from website. Okay, outside website, and I will create a report and I will publish it. So that is the agenda for today. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so this is what it is. This is Power BI desktop tool. I've just closed that yellow window because it will ask you to log into the Power BI service. So we don't want to go at this moment. As it is a free tool, I'll tell you how to log into that. But for now, it's by default the yellow window will come. We just need to close that. Okay. So once you close, you will see this. As I told yesterday in the demo, it is just looks like all other thing, but yeah, I'm just going to get data and get data. So you see a lot of sources, okay, a lot of sources that are available to connect with. 99 plus sources, data sources it can connect. Okay, so now I'm going to connect with one web URL. What is URL? It's a connections website in the, I'll tell you. Okay, what is URL? Online services or web. You can search here. If you don't find it, search for web. I think web is available in the others. Okay, others. Okay, so web and click connect. You can connect to your Facebook, Twitter, anything you can connect. through API. Okay, so now it will ask you for URL. So what can I go and search? Okay, just go here and search for IMF. World Economic Database. Now we'll take the latest one. Maybe it's June, right? So May 2021. If it's available, we will get it. Otherwise, whatever it is available, we will take that. Okay, so you will get a search like this. Which month you want to analyze, we can just, if it is a data set that they have uploaded in their website, it's an, IMF, right? World Economic Forum. So IMF. So it's we are trying to understand country-wise GDP. Okay, it's an I'll tell you. Okay, just click on the first one, whatever you get it. Okay, you go here and see. See world see the available things. See, the latest one is the April 2021. Okay, so whatever it is, you can search anything, but whatever it has, it will give you. Okay, take the latest one, 2020. Also we have anything, any year you want to go and analyze, you can go and analyze, but I'm just taking the latest database. Okay, April 2021. Now it will ask you by country or by country group or enter data, so something like this. We will choose this option. Okay, anyway it's recorded. If you get any confused at any point of time, you can refer my recording. That's perfectly fine. Okay, here you see all countries. We will select all countries, or else you want to analyze only Asia Pacific, Europe, Caribbean, anything, you can just select that area, but I'm just selecting all countries. Okay, and now it's again the steps. First step by country group, so something like that. The steps I'm just clicking everything. Now you see, if I want to select any of the country, you can select it, but I don't want to go any specific country, but select all. So we will just go with that and just continue. And you see, it will ask you like what kind of subject you want to analyze. So I want to analyze basically gross domestic product and current price. Okay, this one. Okay, this one I would like to analyze, and then click continue. So how many years of data you want? Even it's giving future data. So let's based on your computer capacity, you can just make it 2 years, 3 years. Let's say 2019 onwards and till 2023. Okay, just reduce the data size, because you need to work efficiently. So because I want to showcase you, I don't want to go huge data. 3 plus 3, 6 years of data. It's a huge. And prepare report. This option is there. It will prepare the report here itself, but it's not our intention. We want to create a report in Power BI. See, this is a numerical representation. It's not good to read actually. Okay, I can download the report and I can connect to Power BI, but I don't want to do this right now. But I want to go with the URL. I just select this URL. This is called URL. Okay. I'll just copy, Control C, or I do copy here. Okay, and go to the Power BI desktop. I will paste it here. Okay, so this is the total URL was fit into this, and I'm clicking OK. Let me if I go faster, just stop me so that I will go little slower, because I was just now I work with previous batch. So once we go some time, then we can speed up so that things will go faster. So it is just not, see, if you go within a proper training, it will take a year to talk about this complete intelligence. But we are we are going with this what we called the training is like a short-term training. Okay, so MSET will be like 1 year training also will be available, or 3 months training also will be available, right? So the short-term training. So this is what it is. When we go short-term, we will go a little faster and quicker with important topics. So you see, when we connect, see this is a web view. You see, it will tell you which web view you have connected, but it's nothing. We are going to connect with this. So now you see, if you observe, it has given two tables. Okay, table 1 and table 2. If the table 1 is actually column 1 country, you just read through it, and everything is looks good for me, and just see what is the difference between table 1 and table 2. Okay, just click on that, and see, extra we have this estimator start after. Okay, I don't want this thing, basically that's fine to choose this, but see, these two are not enabled till now, load or transform. When to use load, when to use transform. So let me see why it's not loaded, because I have not clicked on this white box. Okay, this box, once I click this one, okay, if I click this, it will open up. See, now it's yellow and that white. So when to load, see, if I see everything is actually proper, and I can directly represent into the report, then you can load. Okay, but otherwise you can click on transform. Let me click on transform. Okay, so let me minimize this. Now see, it's processing our query. It's connecting to that website and trying to load the data. It's importing data into Power BI desktop. Okay, it's trying to import into Power BI desktop. So now you see, there is a difference. This is not actually a Power BI desktop. Okay, but what is this? I will just show you. I'm trying to see. So this is Power BI desktop. See, Power BI desktop, but this is Power Query Editor. What is this? It's a Power Query Editor. You just observe this, Power Query Editor, but this is Power BI desktop. Okay, so this is different. What is this? This is actually tool, but this tool, inside the tool there is one more tool. The tool inside the tool, what we call this, Power BI desktop tool inside the tool. Power BI desktop is a tool, but the tool has one more tool. It's called Power Query Editor. Okay, we discussed Excel BI, we discussed Power BI desktop BI and MS BI. Okay, this is ETL. What is Power Query Editor? Is called ETL. Okay, so that's where it is. So now I've connected to that Power Query Editor. We are yet to load into Power BI desktop, so nothing is there in the field. But once I prepare the data, once I process the data, I can close and apply. I can load the data into Power BI desktop. So this is purely useful for the data preparation. As I said in the whiteboard, where is our whiteboard? So here I said that preparation and cleaning the data. So that will be done using this Power Query Editor, cleaning and prepare the data. So now let's prepare this data. I'm just expanding it. Okay, here see, if you see this is the header. The column 1, column 2 is not header. So these are the headers: country, subject description, unit, scale, okay, years. This is the header. So to get that header, you no need to do anything. There's an option in the transform group. There's an option called use first row as a header under home. Okay, use this. See, the applied step is actually applied. Now you see the header is happened, and this is called a header. And before that, see the lot of steps that are actually created. This is the source. Okay, this is the source we have connected, and that HTML become a table here, and the table will change the data type based on the understanding of the top 200 columns. It will change the type. What type? The types we'll talk little later. These are the data types that are available: decimal number, fixed number, whole number, percentage, date and time. See, in Power Query Editor, most of the things will be done based on this only. This will make key role. So we should be very keen about the data type, what type of data it is. Okay, and promote headers. Now we just applied that use road as a header. Then you can just change data type. At any point of time, you can delete this step. Okay, we will talk detailed about this in later sessions. But I will tell you, we can just delete at any point of time any step, and we will go back and see what was previous and what is after that step. Okay, this is one of the most powerful feature from Power BI. This is one of the most powerful feature. Okay, applied steps. Okay, so we have a table, and we can create the name with a world GDP, the file name. Okay, it's a file name, so the query name will change to world GDP. And now see, let's clean the data. Okay, I don't want this description. Okay, remove this. And even I don't want this units and billions. Okay, it's a currency, so all only currency. If you just see, you can just check anything else. No, nothing. National currency, obviously. So if it's a name same, then we don't do, we don't need to have that for our analysis. So which I'm going to create my analysis, it's not required. So now you see the black line, which means it's empty. See, all is blank. So I can just simply delete this. So we can remove using this remove column. This is an option, and you can right click and remove, just like Excel. Okay, so these are the options. We will cover that in detail, step by step, how to remove, how to use this option, when to use that option. So we will discuss later, but I want to just quickly showcase what I can do with the Power BI. Okay, so that's where I might go a little faster, but you can stop me if I go a little faster. Okay, so now I really, let's keep this. Okay, that's fine. But if you see this here, I'm going to do something. Somebody is on unmute. Just check your thing. Okay, you are unmute or unmute. Okay, so now I don't want to have this like this. Okay, what I want all years, and I want the GDP. Okay, only two columns I want. I don't want all these columns. 2019 to actually we have 23, 6 years of data. Okay, 6 or 5 years of data, and I don't want these 5 columns. I want only 2 columns. One is year and the other one is GDP. Now how to do that? Yes, we can do that. So this is called a transformation. This is called a preparation. Okay, data preparation. What I can do, I can just select this and go to transformation. Okay, this transformation tab, and there is a unpivot columns. So unpivot columns, unpivot other columns, unpivot selected columns. In this case I have selected, so this and this will work same. Okay, I can use this. Now you see only 2 columns. See, the year and GDP. So I can rename this to GDP, and no, it's a year, and it's a GDP. Double click to rename. We need to double click, just like Excel, or select and right click and rename. So there is an option to rename. Yeah, so this one, rename and GDP. Okay, so I mean the count is actually increased, but we will discuss that detail. But yeah, so for me it looks like good. So country, scale, year, GDP. Okay, for me this is good. So but you see, here is not actually a ABC. ABC means what? ABC talks about the text. Text means ABC. Actually this is not ABC. This is a date. Actually I can use this date, but actually even for date also I could not go, because I don't have DDMMYY. Because it's only YYYY. So what I can do, I can just go with this option, whole number. So this also perfectly fine. And this you just observe dot is there, so which is a decimal value. Let's change to decimal value. Okay, and see now for me data is prepared. I have a perfect data. So just I can create the report. So when you feel it is properly cleaned and transformed, what you can do, just go to home or file and just close and apply, or you can use this close and apply. Okay, when to use apply, when to close, we will tell you, we'll talk later, but I will do close and apply. You see, lot of steps are applied, but yeah, we'll now that will close and data will be loaded. Till then it's empty here. Now the data is actually loading to Power BI desktop. From Power Core editor to Power BI desktop, it's loading. Okay, we are going to work with this Power Core editor, Power BI desktop a lot. Okay, so you will come to know, still it's not clear. Simple tool inside the tool. Okay, how to go back to the tool, I'll tell you. So we are coming from Power BI Power Core editor to Power BI desktop, right? So now sometimes we need to go back and just change some transformations. So how to do that, I will tell you. It's loading the data. It's a huge data, because 5 years of data we are unpivoted, so the count will change. Okay, so we need to test everything. That will take time. So in the training part, so see, there are errors. Why there are errors? So view errors and click and close. I'll tell you. So this is what cleaning. Okay, how to go back and just, there's a transform data, right? Use this option and click it. You will go there. Okay, it's loading. So that's where we should not, we should not get this kind of error. But see, these are the errors, these are the records got error. Okay, but the actual is this one. Why? Because we need to just understand like why this got errored out. If you come down, if you just come down, this may not be incomplete, or let's say, see, everything is good but except this. Okay, except this, there is a red symbol is there. So because of that we got error. So what is that causing actually? It may not be complete. We are not getting that NA. There is some blank value or something is there. So for here, basically what we are going to do, we are just removing remove empty file. So there is a blank values are there. That is the reason blank is not converting into decimal. So that is the reason we are getting error. Okay. Now what I can do, either I can remove empty or remove errors. Two option is there. Remove error. There is an option called remove error. Okay. Remove errors. Remove errors. So remove error. Guys, go on mute if somebody is not on mute. Okay. So now what to do? See here I am quickly doing remove error or remove empty. So anything is fine. So it will tell you what to do. It's as errored out. The red is actually error and remove error is optional. It's giving, it's 1% of data. That's perfectly fine for our case. So now see, now it's gone. The error's gone. Because of that option, the error's gone. See, just a removed errors and the error file is empty. And now you can delete this. And this group also we can delete. Okay, so now it's our one file, and see we removed that error, so now it's perfectly fine. Now again I will close and apply. Let's see if I get any error. Now it's loading. Let's see. I've only done year data type and GDP data type, but what about others? They are text. Country is a text, right? So text field. So I did not do any data type change. System is automatically done. Okay, that is one of the most important thing we'll do. See, most of the work in your development, you work with data types. Only data types. Okay, so data type will give you a lot, 90% of problems. And if you are more conscious about data types, then your things will be very good. Okay, now data is loading. Now you see our data is available. You cannot see the data because we are going to create the visuals here. This is just an designing area where we can just create these visuals. But to just check the data, you have an option called data pane. So here if you click, it will come. But still, if you don't see anything, you just expand it and click any of the column. Okay, you can see the data. And here you see, here we have only one table, but when you are trying to get more tables, we will work with this. But for now, we are not working with this data. But here you see, here we have a country. Okay, and this country, the country name of the column is country, and data type is text, and format is also text. But there is a called data category. So if you see this, there are categories available. Okay, so you see address, place, city, country, county. County means village. Okay, in US we call county. County is nothing but a village. Okay, state or provision, postal code, country. So this is a country. So I can choose as a country. So you see before that there is nothing. Okay, so but now once I click on country, you see a global symbol, the globe symbol there. So globe symbol. I will tell you why I have chosen this categorization, data categorization. Okay, so now you see globe. Okay, so we are telling to Power BI that it is a country column. I'll tell you why. Okay. Now you see here, there's a symbol called lambda. We call this as a lambda or sigma. What is a sigma? Okay. But see, there is a summarization. So here summing up is not a meaningful thing. 2019 plus 2019. What is this? There's no meaning. So what I can say, it's a don't summarize. But yeah, GDP, to summarize, that's perfectly fine. You can sum up GDP, that's okay. We can understand what is the world GDP. Okay, you see, it's a summarized sum. That is perfectly fine. But here, summing up is not meaningful. So sometimes Power BI work weird because it don't understand. It's understand the data type and it will just automatically, if it's a numeric, it will summarize. So that's how it will help you in some cases, but some other cases we need to work with that. And I'm going back to visualization, and here I'm trying to create the visual. Okay, so let's create the visual. And so let's choose this stacked column chart, and so this is the image of that, how that looks like, and you can increase the size like this. Okay, so like this, how much you want to increase, you can increase that. Okay, if you don't see these dots, perfectly fine. Okay, it's an extra feature under view. You can just snap grid grid lines. If you do this, if you just uncheck that grid lines, it will go. Okay, for you it could be like this. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, these are the inbuilt features, filters. Okay, we'll talk this just now. Okay, I'm just minimizing it. You can minimize everything. And you can also do like this. Okay, it will be smaller toolbar, but I'm just showcasing all these options. Okay, so this is what it is, but it's just something we did not place anything here. So now let's expand these fields and choose country into the value. GDP is into value. The numeric will go to into value first. Okay, see, it's a big value. If you just hover over, it will tell you how much GDP of the world. Okay, but actually this is not giving any good visualization, but I want to have a year to access each year how much GDP. But still every year it will 2019 this much, 2020 this much, 2021 this much. This is perfectly fine. But what is this yearly world GDP? But I want to understand by country. Okay, just push this into legend. See, all countries. Okay, this is one way. Okay, and quickly I can change it to if I select it, right, I can change it to map. So there is a visual called map visual. There is that map visual. So this one, map. Okay, if you are not seeing this one, map visual. Okay, so I'm just going to click this. What will happen? It will change to a map visual. See, it can show like that. And but what I can do, I'll just Control Z to go back, and let me have this. Okay, and what I can do, I can just change it to, no, it's still not Control Z. Just do that, Control Z to go back to that column chart. What is column? So you might confuse. Building pillar we called column. Okay, so it's like that, building column. Straight means column. Horizontal means bar chart. Okay, this is a bar and column. Okay, just remember this, you will get confused. What is this? What is this? This a bar means horizontal, column means just like building pillar. Okay, here this is the one. And see, lot of small lines are there and lot of countries are there. It's not still good to analyze. What I can do, I can just make it for top 10 countries. How to make it top 10 countries? There is a filter. Okay, I can filter top 10 countries. There is an option under countries. So it's a visual level filter. We'll talk this filters, type of filters. There are 3 types of filters, and filter 3 types of filters. Filters on page, filters on visual, filters on all pages. Okay, and again inside that filter there is a filter type, one more type, basic filter and advanced filter and top end filter. I'm going to use top end filter, and under top end filters I want to give top 10 countries. But top 10 by what? Top 10 by GDP, not area, not population, but GDP. Okay, we don't have any other column, so I'm just going to go with the GDP, and then we need to apply filter. Now you understand things. So now you see only top 10 countries are available. Okay, and you can change these colors also. But what I'm going to show, I will just will make it smaller, and what I'll do, Control C, Control V. What does it mean? Okay, still it is not done. Control C, Control V. See, it will just come up. You just go to these three dots and just click it and take one more copy. And now change it to map. See how beautiful it is. Simply one report become a two ways. See year by this. So now you can just remove year here. So now you see bubbles. See bubble top 10 countries, right? So now you can just go to this formatting. There are a lot of formatting options are there. We will just discuss, but I'll just try to on this so that you can see which country is in the top 10 list. Okay, you can zoom it. Okay, zoom it. If you have a mouse, you can zoom it. Iran and Iraq is also in the top 10 GDP list. Okay, and this Afghanistan is as having very good GDP. Okay, because the bubble size is big. And what else? And in Indonesia is also there. Vietnam is also there. So this is how you can analyze the things. Okay, if you just go there, you just go to that blue bubble, it will tell you what is the country. Korea GDP, that value it will give you. Okay, you can change that value type, everything is possible, but I'm just telling you the use of the map. So why this map is created? Because you categorize this world GDP, this is as a country. So when I start with this Power BI, this data categorization was not there. What we used to do is we used to get the longitude, latitude of the country name, and we used to merge them. So the Power BI is actually changing, a lot. So now it's a click of the button. So that's the reason it is easy to learn. Okay, now you see if you just click on this, it will tell you which was it is. It will just interact. The other map is getting interacted. See, it's in Afghanistan. Okay, if you just click this, it will tell you it's a Vietnam. Okay, so the color is actually talking about GDP, right? So this, you see country's GDP and year. Okay, so it will just talking like that. And also you can create a filters. Okay, you can make it smaller, and if you want to change, see that in the table format, you can do that. Okay, so what we can do, just I'm showing this export data. You can export this data into CSV. You can show that as a table. So I will just showing you this. See, this is a visual, and under you can see the data into tabular format. Okay, so you can go back this. Now how I come back, I'll just showcase you three dots and show as a table, and remove spotlight. Spotlight means torchlight. So other will go dim, this will be a highlight. So that is called spotlight. Okay, now it come back. Now you have one more, simply I'm just showcasing you slicer I'm taking. Okay, what is a slicer? Slicing, dicing is called Power BI. So if you ask me what is Power BI, it's a slice and dicer. Okay, everything you can just do slice and dicing. So now I want to check my year here. So this is why this is come like that, we will tell you later, but just go to list. Okay, I can select any year, something from here or from here. Okay, it will come like that. And if you want to come back, just double click on the same one, it will come back. And you can take one more filter, just Control C, Control V, and it will come back the same. And take the country there, remove the year. Okay, you can select any country, and you can just change it to list also, drop down also, everything is possible. Okay, if you don't want to waste that space, you can just select this. And then if you want to search option, so just search search for particular country, you can just have an option that just go to the list and come on, go to the three dots, and there is an option called search. Okay, there's enable, and then make it to list, and it's already in the list. Go to drop down. So here also you can search particular India. You can just select that. So it will just go to India. Though it's not in the top 10, but it's showing you. Okay. Okay. So that's where you can search. We can just increase the size, change the colors, everything is there. Okay. I've just prepared. And what is this? You have done as a developer. Okay. Let's go to this. You have done here in the Power BI desktop on Windows machine as a developer. Let's just go this. As a developer, what you have done, you have prepared a report, visuals. Okay. Then what is the next step? You have to publish this to the Power BI service. Okay, the cloud app. So how to do that? Just open this. It's already logged in by Monica. So what I can do, I can just click home and just publish. Okay, I'll just show you how to publish. Okay, save. Before publish, we should save this. This is untitled. We did not put any name for this file. So what I'll do, I'll just save this. Where I will save? I will save into a new folder called June 2021 batch. So just expand this and expand this. Expand Power BI folder. Inside Power BI folder, we have a lot of batches. June batch. The first report, it's empty. So what is this? GDP analysis. Analysis by country and year. Country and year. So that's how you can give a meaningful name. Okay, we will talk about naming convention is one of the most important and critical. We will tell you how to give a best naming convention. Okay, now I'm saving it. Okay, so now you see the name will change here. So before publish, we should save. Then once you try to publish, it will ask you to publish, and it will tell you the workspaces. What is this workspaces? The collaborative tools. Okay, the my workspace I'm going to choose right now at this moment. Okay, just click select. So now it's publishing. Okay, it's publishing. Once it's done, it will tell you, yeah, it's done. I can click it this. Okay, it will just open from my default browser. I don't want to go with that because my default browser is Brave and I've already logged in here. Okay, let me just click this. I will tell you how to log in, how to give a username, password, how to use this two-factor authentication, everything I will tell you. Okay, now app.powerbi.com. This is the URL, app.powerbi.com. This is, everyone should know this. It's for every company client, they have to use this app.powerbi.com. This is called Power BI service. Okay, this is called Power BI service, and got it. Click on got it, and then go to this and go to workspaces and go to my workspace. This workspace, my workspace is actually opening, and you see the refresher, the latest one, the final model. What is the GDP? Where is my GDP? Yeah, this is GDP. So this is the report. Blue one is report, and if you want to see in the content, so you see blue, and this is a dashboard. Okay, we will talk about the dashboard later, but GDP analysis by country. And here you can just off this. Okay, so I mean today we have learned a lot. Okay, this is an end-to-end scenario. Okay, but to share with end user, there is an option called share. Okay, we will talk this. That is an in-depth concept. We will do that later. Okay, but so we have done almost the complete life cycle of Power BI report. Power BI basically the Power BI development life cycle, I can say. So getting data, cleaning data, transforming data, loading into Power BI desktop, preparing visuals, creating data categorization. Okay, and go back to visualization, choose the column, choose the visual type. Okay, types of visuals. Okay, slicer is a visual, inbuilt filters. Okay, we have seen lot of things. Okay, and we publish into Power BI service. Okay, so in real time you do like this, but not into my workspace. You will do with a collaborative workspace. We will see that later, maybe tomorrow. Any questions so far? Did I go very fast? Did I go? I hope you understand. If not, you ask me the question, I can clarify. Okay, any questions? We almost reached the time. It's 8 o'clock now. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Okay, what I will do, I will just save this, I will close this, I will share with you. I will also share that URL. Okay, you can just try with it. If you just go with my video, okay, cut it just to make sure. This is the URL I've connected. Okay, and if you are unable to go by searching IMF, all those stuff, where is that IMF? Okay, I think I have closed that. I might have opened this Opera browser. Okay, this is you see imf.org. Okay, so that is the site, and if this is a URL, and I will also give you that PBX file for your reference to get the same kind of visual to practice. Note, I highly recommend practice daily. So whatever the assignments I've given, you should practice that. Okay, just I'm giving you this. Okay, and also I will give you this recording. Okay, I will give you the recording. Okay, but before I give the recording,